I'm Ruth Fingret and I'm the writer. This is a story about how people from whatever culture seek asylum in whatever way they can, running away from their problems and difficulties. What inspired me to write this story was I went on a date a few years ago with a fellow who was obviously very senior in immigration, and he gave me a very impassioned speech about the role of immigration officers and how they have to do an amazing amount of research when they're trying to ascertain whether someone's telling the truth in their interview or not. For instance, if someone says that they were at a protest of some sort and ever since then they were being persecuted in their own country, then the immigration officer is obliged to go and research what was the weather like, how many people were there, and kind of obtain all the details of that thing. And I found this fascinating. And he pointed me to a website where there were actually reports from the tribunal that described some of these interviews that went on with these refugee seekers, and I went reading through them, and they were really the source of inspiration for the Hajir character. And that got me thinking about what would it be like to parallel that with someone being interviewed in our own legal system and see what happens. And a lot more came out of it, but that was the initial inspiration. The message I'd like people to take away with is that we're all really the same, that it doesn't matter what the colour of our skin or where we come from or what our personal circumstances are. We all feel fear, we all feel pain, we all run from life when given the opportunity, and that's all okay. I think the story is pertinent to today and what's going on in the world today. There's clearly a significant refugee crisis going on in many parts of the world, and this is trying to give a human side of that story. But it's also pertinent because it's addressing the stresses in a modern day Western world as well when things don't go right. So for a couple of reasons, I think it's very relevant, and I think that the stories are pertinent to lots of people in our community. Working with Brave New Word's been fantastic. They took a play that's been in the bottom drawer for me for 3 years and worked with me. We did readings once a week for about 4 weeks. They brought a fabulous director in and really took the play from something that was really a first draft to, I think, something a director could take and begin to work with and really turn into a great performance. They've been really amazing.